All right, everybody, welcome to another video. Today, this evening, tomorrow, we are hunting opening day of rifle season in the Adirondacks. We're actually gonna crawl back up on the mountain that Zach from Hunting Public, hunted last December. Found some really good signs, so I think I want to check it out. We're gonna still hunt up through this mountain, through the swamp, up over the saddle, and check some of these drainages and maybe drop a couple cameras so that we can come back later in the season. There's a deer right there. That's a good sign. Yeah, right next door hunting. So there's deer around, so they're not just seasonal in late season. So we can hopefully come back and track, but you know, I'm not gonna pass up a decent buck either. So it'll be cool to get the gun in the hands first time this year. Rifle season opens in the northern zone in New York this year on October 22nd, which is crazy early. So that's pretty cool. Is this something we can, is this to pull off? No, yeah. We're currently looking for a place to camp quick. Probably it's gonna be a day trip for tomorrow, I guess. Well, not a day trip, we're staying tonight, but we're gonna camp tonight, set up a couple tents, and then head up at first light and just still hunt up through this whole mountain. So maybe head back tomorrow evening, but we're gonna drop some cams, scout, do some rattling, grunting, poke around, have a good time, take the gun for a walk. Patriots itching to get some action, so we're gonna look for a place to camp, which doesn't look like there's much around, but we'll find something. And yeah, set up the tent, crawl in the bag, get some sleep, and we'll be at it for opening day of Adirondack Northern Zone, New York Northern Zone firearm season in the morning. So it'll be fun. I'm excited. Got a bear tag too, so we'll see what happens. Having trouble finding a campsite. Well, no, we're not. I'm just being picky. Well, we'll go check this out. Doesn't look like a great site, but it's getting late, so. All right, here's the deal. It's windy, it's late, can't find the camping spot. I don't know what Bailey's gonna do, but I'm just going up in there and just laying down in the woods.
I think I'm gonna take the truck.
I'm gonna grab my bag and maybe the cot and just go to sleep. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Going in the woods?
Yeah. Just go up, right up in there, lay down, close my eyes, go gun hunting in the morning.
I can do that around.
If you guys want, I'll show you my. I like to camp under the stars. Really preps me for going into the wilderness. This is all you need for a good night's sleep in the woods. Got a cot, so it's flat. Got a pillow, and this is like a giant Cabela's Alaskan Iditarod bag. It's like a 40 below bag. Just crawl up in that. You don't hear the wind. You don't hear cars go by. You're toasty. Oh yeah. Get the power bank so I can charge my phone so I wake up on time. We'll see you guys in the morning, bright and early. See you. Good morning, everybody. It's opening day. What I think I want to do is just go head east that way towards that swamp on this elevation. I was hoping to get the wind not going there, but I think it's gonna go like everywhere. You said, kind of be all over the place. Although as we're walking up, I've been feeling a lot in my face, so there's not really much we can do. But let's see. I'm gonna check on Stan and see how far that swamp is. So there's where I want to head to. So 900 yards, half mile. So we'll head that towards it. Should get there, you know, prime time for if anything were to move today in this warm weather. But yeah, essentially we're gonna still hunt through the side of this mountain to this swamp. It's actually up on the mountain in this big bowl. We're gonna hit this swamp. I might drop a couple cameras. We're gonna scout, just look for sign. There's a ton of sign when Zach and I were here last year late, so we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna head up the mountain. It gets pretty high elevation here, so I don't know if we're gonna go quite to the top. It's pretty, looks like sheep country up there. But yeah, we're just gonna go slow. It's super. I mean, we're on the trail, but if you look right here, it's not quiet. We'll crunch around, grunt. It's still early. It's October 22nd. It's warm, so I don't expect like super aggressive response or bucks up like covering ground. But you never know. You know, we got the gun, got the Patriot, and we're just gonna kind of explore today and see what we can get ourselves into. So. To the swamp that I wanted to get to. Looks like we're following some deer tracks though. See, the leaves are kicked up right here. This is also the route that these deer were taking last year, running the same line going to the swamp, so we're just taking it slow. Could be something, some deer around that swamp, so we can just barely see it through the trees. We're getting close. We're gonna take our time. Work up to it slowly, quietly. Let's go out into the swamp, and one of the things I always notice in these swamps, well, especially in the Adirondacks, where there's not much logging and there's a lot of areas with no mass crop. The deer strictly eating browse, and these edges of these swamps or any habitat diversity has browse like this, and you don't see that stuff in the timber. So every time you have a habitat break, the sunlight's hitting the ground, there's going to be some diversity of habitat and browse. It's going to attract deer along these edges, and we found more sign right around the swamp than we have anywhere else. We haven't been this far. We're coming here, but you get the picture here. So we're going to keep working up on this, checking it out. Pretty sure we came out over here. Big antler. Did you find a giant one? It looks pretty big. It looks old, but no. Dude, this is the first Adirondack vision. Yeah, dude. It's not as big as I thought, but it's still nice. It's still awesome, dude. That's not a bad buck. No. Nice, dude. It's not that old. Heck, I'd be happy to kill that thing. Sweet. This is a spooky area we're in right now. We might find something freaky back here. Like, yeah, this is awesome. It just confirms that there's deer here late. There's a big rub right there that we found too, right next to the shed. And this buck made it. I think this is last year's shed. This looks kind of nasty, but it was down in the swamp, stuck down in, and the moss grew up over it this spring. So, but if you look at this, that looks like last year's, or 2 years. But the deer, I'd say it's last year's. The deer made it, so he could be in here, and I think he's going to be real nice this year. So that's exciting. That pumps me up. good to know it's like there's something other besides like 100-inch genetics in this area, you know.
Boom. Oh yeah, that's what we wanted to find, buddy. Found it. You get a big buck pick right there.
Exactly what we wanted. It's exactly what we wanted to find. Look at this. This has been work for years. This is the perennial one.
Heck yeah.
We hiked all the way up in the saddle. I mean, it's way up in here, but we figured that this would be a spot where we're gonna get some good pictures of all the bucks in the area. And we're just hoping, you know, when I hike all the way up in the saddle in the mountains and there's a freaking scrape right in the middle of it, that's money.
It's like a very rewarding feeling.
100%, dude. I was like, okay, we're in. I'm like, where's the scrape? And I'm like, right there.
Yeah, to put it in perspective,
Boom.
We haven't found a single scrape all day.
No, not all day. So we have service here for a cell. We'll drop a cell right here. We'll doctor this up with some buck fever synthetics. I get some forehead gland and some, what is it called? I don't know what I'll have to look. But it's basically the rut estrus urine synthetic. So I'm fired up. That's, we're gonna get a big buck pick on this camera for sure. I think this stuff's gonna keep this scrape super active. Put a little bit in there. I've been the opposite of sure-footed today. I've stepped in every hole, every mud, everything's broken. Jeez. Wonderful. All right, it is the next day. We got out of there pretty quick yesterday. It was like climbing into the 70s. We wanted to get home before dark. I didn't do that. Had a bit of a drive to get back to New Hampshire, but I'm here today at Mobile Rut Camp. I'm getting this ready. We're heading up to the mountains here the next week or so in New Hampshire, but I'm excited about that Adirondack spot. Looks really good. The deer density in that area seems pretty good. And actually, on the drive home, I got a picture from the second cell cam we hung, and we already got a mature buck on there. Maybe the one we found the shed off. I can't really tell if it is. I think he's just a 8-pointer this year, but that's fine. I'll show him here if I can. Hopefully you can see that. Solid deer for sure. Big mature Adirondack buck. So we're excited about that. We'll see how that story develops. It seems like that's kind of how things go in the big woods. Last year we kind of found the area on the map. We walked it. We tracked in it. This year we're going back. We've put a couple cameras up, and it kind of builds. And it usually takes, 2, 3, 4 years to be successful and put all the pieces together. But we're starting that story. We're starting to build on it. I really liked what we saw. It was a great day to get up in there. So anyway, season's getting cranking. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something about our process and how we approach the big woods, a new setting. I'm excited about what the season has to bring, both here in New Hampshire mountains and in the Adirondacks and wherever else we end up this fall. It's just getting cranking. It's not quite there yet, but gun season is starting. The rut is about to pop off, and I'm fired up. So we'll see you on the next one. I'm sure we're gonna have some real good deer action coming to you pretty quick.